Up, Aries? I hope you are having a fantastic week so far. Welcome to your tarot and astrology and rune reading. This is the Crow Tarot. This guy here, if you're interested. Yeah, so let's get into this. If you don't like the astrology part, just feel free to skip ahead to the tarot. This part only lasts a couple minutes. I just want to remind you that if you are interested in receiving a free reading from me, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and let me know down below that you've subscribed. Like the video if you want to, and yeah, you'll be automatically entered to win a free tarot reading once I hit 100 subscribers. And yeah, so if you're interested in that, please just by all means hit the subscribe button and let me know. All right, let's get into this. I'm going to shuffle the cards as I read off a little bit of your astrology tidbits, and let's see what's going on for you. So right now we have Mercury in retrograde. Obviously, I mean we're in it now, and this is in Scorpio. This is kind of like a really detective sort of vibe with Mercury and Scorpio. Really wants to dive deep and get into things. The interesting thing is between the 14th and the 18th, so like about 4 days, while Mercury is starting to speed up in its retrograde cycle, it will be on the fixed star Acrux, which is at 11 degrees, and this is interest in astrology, spirituality, the occult, metaphysics. So if you have any sort of like interest in those things over the next few days, you could probably get a little bit more information than you normally would have. So if you do stuff like meditation and stuff, I really highly recommend that during this time. It can really help you, especially since we're going into a new moon. This will be in your 7th house, this new moon. And this new moon is really interesting because it has a lot of crazy energy going on. I mean, we have all these squares from Mars to Saturn and Jupiter and Pluto. Pluto's going direct. We're gonna have a square, like a direct square with Saturn, and it's all this energy. It's pretty crazy. But this new moon is going to be happening in your 7th house of relationships. And the interesting thing about this new moon is that it is on the fixed star Spica, which represents wealth, fame, honor. So if you have you really want to manifest something crazy, like crazy awesome in the next 6 months, once we get into Libra, the Libra full moon, which will be in 6 months, then now would be the time to really get clear about that and try to manifest whatever you want. Just make sure you're doing it from a balanced place, because right now everybody can be a little bit maybe just, it's a hard year. So just come at it from a grounded place, and you'll get a grounded sort of result in the future. And I mean, it is Libra season. It's your 7th house, new moon. So this is all about relationships for you. So yeah, manifest the best relationship you possibly can and watch it come to fruition. Like, be exact with your wording. Like, this is a genie. This wants to twist your words in some sort of way so that if you say you want a wife, well, maybe you get a wife, but she doesn't speak your language and she lives on the other side of the world, or maybe she has no legs. Like, you gotta be really specific about what you want. Or maybe something bad happens to you, but you find that person, or so make sure it's coming from like a place of perfect balance. May harm come to none, all that kind of stuff. And just really be specific about what you want, so that there's no outlying sort of situation that can happen that will keep you from being completely happy, right? All right, so what else we got going on? We got Venus trine Jupiter, which is interesting, and also in opposition to Neptune, so it's like some dreamy, expansive energy. This is also in your, what house is this in for you? Venus is in your 6th house of daily routines. So this is also your health. So you could be feeling actually pretty good right now, which is great. And yeah, what else we got happening? We got I think that's about it. I mean, nothing really else is standing out for me. So let's get into your tarot reading. We're going to go into where you're at right now, what you have coming up for this week, and then we'll go into your messages from Spirit, and then we'll draw on the Sacred Symbols deck, maybe another Oracle card, and the Rune at the very end. So thank you for sticking along with me. If you liked the astrology, please let me know down below if it helps at all. Like, you can check back with me as well, if that would be cool. So yeah, let's get into this. Like I said, we're using a Crow Tarot, so let's get into this. Let's see what cards pop up for you. Where are Aries at? Where are my lovely Aries? Thank you. Ooh, Eight of Swords. So you could be feeling like you're it's like you're kind of feeling attacked right now. I don't want to say like you're the Eight of Swords is also kind of like a sword about like a card about mental like kind of dis-ease, not disease but like dis-ease, where you're kind of like stuck in your fears and really kind of you're not being able to see things clearly. Like, if you look at the card here, he's not really in danger. He feels trapped by all these swords, which swords are ideas and thoughts, and he's blindfolded, so he can't really see that, you know what, if he wanted to, he could just leave all these swords. This little crow here. So let's see what the underlying energy of this is. What is the underlying energy of this Eight of Swords? Thank you. Ooh, this is a Seven of Swords. Alright, so this is like you're wanting to get away from this energy. You're just wanting to like pack up and like take off with whatever ideas that are actually yours, and you wanting to leave behind the things that aren't yours, which is perfectly all right. Like, I totally, like, that makes sense. Like, just take what's yours and like leave as far as your ideas and concepts go, because this isn't about material, this isn't about relationship, these are all about thoughts, like your thoughts and your feeling, not your feeling, but like your attitudes, and potentially like projects and stuff as well. I'm seeing these two feathers that are falling down, and I'm getting a sense of like, you know what, like it kind of hurts to do this too. Like, it hurts to like drop ideas. Maybe these are like religious ideas. Maybe these are just ideas that you've held on to for a long time that you're like, you know what, I don't need these anymore, or they're not a part of me. And that's perfectly okay as well. Okay, let's get another card for clarification. Can I get another card for clarification, please? Whoa, that is too many cards. Too many cards. Alright. One card for clarification. One or two cards, please. Thank you. What do we got here? Five of Swords. You're all swords right now. What do you got? A lot of mental energy going on. So yeah, this is kind of like a bittersweet defeat. Like, or like, you know, it's like a bittersweet victory. Like, yeah, you got away with your swords, and now you're kind of like, okay, now I got my swords, but other people aren't very happy. Like, if you look here, there's a couple like dead looking crows, and there's a couple crows flying away. Yeah, it's not a very happy time for you, it feels like. But it feels like maybe you've gotten away from some of this mental trauma. Like, maybe these are people who are like projecting things onto you that, you know, you just don't need that energy anymore. And I totally understand where you're coming from. And as crappy as it feels, I feel like there's something at the end of this that, you know, as long as you're working with yourself and your own energy, you're always gonna go towards the path that is the most like right for you. So let's see what this clarification card was. Ah, it's the Four of Cups. Okay. So after you've done all this energy, it also is like the universe is trying to offer you something, and you've been kind of reluctant to take it up. Because if you see here, like in the classic Rider-Waite, this card is depicted by a man sitting under a tree with his arms crossed, and there's a cup being offered to him by the spirit, by Cloud, and he's just sitting there looking at his existing cups and not wanting to accept the gifts of spirit. So, you know, maybe it's time to be a little bit more open to it. This is also a card about like emotional stability, since it is a 4 card, and 4 is always a number of stability. If you think of like the 4 corners of your house, like on a foundation. Yeah, so okay, let's go into where you're at right now, or not where you're at right now, sorry. Let's go to see where what you got coming up for this week. Sorry, I'm managing a bunch of different things right now. Exhausted. Anyways, let's go into this. What do you got going on for this week? What's coming up for my lovely Aries? What's coming up for Aries this week? Okay, we got 2 cards that flipped on us. So let's take a look at those. The first one is the 8 of Wands. So that is very like, you know, that's a lot of stuff going on. This is the card, a good name for this card is swiftness. So like a lot of things going on at once, or like working towards your goals, kind of things being manifested into reality rather quickly. So yeah, I feel like whatever you want to bring in this week, you can do it. You can bring in whatever you want. I'm getting drawn to the flowers here as well. I haven't worked with this deck a lot, so these flowers are interesting because it's like manifest whatever's going to bring you happiness, because ultimately that's what's going to make you feel free. Like, I feel like this whole crow deck is about like finding your freedom, finding your path to freedom. So let's see what the underlying energy of this freedom, this swift manifestation energy is. Oh, it's the Seven of Wands reversed. Okay, so this is like, you know what? Instead of having to like defend yourself so much, this is a time to kind of just go after your own thing. Like, don't worry about the competition that you may be facing, like the people who are trying to get at you, because you can create whatever you want to create here. And I'm getting a sense that you want to manifest something, but there's been people holding you down. And with all these other ideas that have been coming around with these swords, I feel like that's something that's happening for you. All right, let's get further into this. Let's see what else is about this or happening this week. Oh, thank you. The King of Swords in the reverse position. Okay, so this is not being very sure about where you stand in your mentality. Yeah, you're just, because it's in the reverse position, it's very much so, just could be a little bit of confusion as well. So the challenge here, I feel, is to get clear about what you want to manifest this week. Really kind of maybe do some meditation. I mean, we got the Four of Cups, so kind of like just taking a moment to stop and really feel out what it is that you want in your life. I mean, especially with the new moon happening in your 7th house, like, make sure your ideas are clear, especially when it comes to partnerships. Yeah, okay. Let's maybe get one more card here. And I'm seeing the glyph for Saturn here as well, which is obviously related to work and you know, maybe a little bit of delay. This could also be you know, delays as far as communication goes, because swords are the sign of communication and like mental work. So I mean, we are Mercury retrograde, so you could be encountering some sort of like, you know, like communication failures, that kind of thing. All right, so be aware of that. And then we got the Lovers card, which is an amazing card. So I feel like, yeah, you're trying to get clear about what you really want in your life, and I feel like this is the time to really do it, especially with the new moon. The Lovers card is also a card about discernment. You see here they're both looking at a heart here. You got the Serpent, which is offering truth and wisdom, and then you have like the sun is out, the moon is here. This is very like dualistic energy, and it's a meeting of both the masculine and the feminine within the same person. So in order to manifest whatever you want, you have to get really centered in yourself, because that's ultimately what's going to make you feel like whatever comes in for you is right for you. Because if you're coming at it from a place of imbalance, then no matter what you're going to see, even if it is good for you, you're going to see it from a place of imbalance, if that makes sense. It's like looking through the world through poop-covered colored glasses, you know? It's like you're not going to be able to see the world for what it actually is if you're looking at it through a strange lens. All right, let's see what we got. Messages from Spirit. Let's check it out. Let's check out your messages. All right, oh, the first one. Ooh, the 3 of Hearts. Sorry, that sucks. All right, so this is a heartbreak card. So Aries, what is going on with you? So yeah, I feel like, yeah, there's some... Spirit's trying to say, it's like, you know what? You've been through pain. You have been through pain. And I feel like with all these swords here, it's like you're getting away from it, but it still hurts. I mean, you have the Lovers and here, so it feels like it could be a soulmate connection. The Ace of Swords just popped out on me, so this is a clarification for this. So yeah, this is getting clear. If you're still hurting over a relationship, I feel like it's time to do shadow work. If you're really upset about it, make sure you're feeling your emotions. Don't just like dismiss them. Don't, you know, smoke or drink your feelings away, because that's not helping. It's gonna push those feelings deeper into you, It's going to make it so you're not able to access those feelings in the future. And it's also it's gonna stop you from being like your highest vibration, because if you keep on like blocking emotions down, it's gonna feel like you're heavy all the time, and that's not a good feeling. Feeling heavy sucks. So yeah, get clear about what's hurting you. You really get clear about it. Let's see what else Spirit has to say about this. Whoa. Okay, what did we get? Ooh, we got the Six of Cups. Yes, this is what I want to see on a Three of Swords. This is the card of healing. Like he has this little crow here. In the classic Rider-Waite, it's two figures, two young figures. One's giving a cup to the younger one, and it's kind of like a healing, like kind of like a almost like a, or not a recapitulation, like a reuniting. So this could actually, you know, maybe you're gonna get back together with this person. Maybe you just need to communicate to this person, whoever's hurt you, and make sure you're coming at it from a clear place, like mentally, so that you can get these emotions out. Because I feel like there is some healing to be done here. I love seeing this card because this card does represent healing. And yeah, this is like some sort of, I want to say, soulmate connection with the lovers. And like, yeah, it's a painful connection. So this could be somebody from your past as well, but it feels more recent. It feels like it's been on your mind a lot lately because of all these swords, obviously. And I mean, with Mercury retrograde, that usually brings in connections from the past because it's like rehashing something. So yeah, this could have been from like last year even, because the last time we had a retrograde in Scorpio was last year. We had all the water signs last year. So yeah, just be aware of that. Let's get one more card and see how the healing, what about this healing? Okay, we got a card here. The Page of Swords. Okay, so this is a message coming in for you. So make sure that you're clear about, you know, where you stand for yourself. And also, like, you know, make sure you write things down, I feel, too, is what it's saying. Or do a vlog, or just do something emotionally that gets things out for yourself first. And then, you know, you'll be open to healing because you're going to receive a message from someone. Like, there's a lot of swords energy here. So I feel like this is the person from the past is going to come back to you, and you're going to have an opportunity to heal. But you're going to have to come at it from a place of being firm within yourself. And I'm also seeing, because of this King of Swords here, it's like, yeah, you need to get clear. And the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords, it's like, you know what? You really have to be standing in your highest vibration mentally in order to let this connection really, you know, heal itself, or, you know, work through it, if that is what you need to do, in fact. All right, let's get into your sacred symbols. I hope this resonated with you. If it didn't, then, I mean, it's not for you. Take, of course, what resonates with you. Maybe these sacred symbols will resonate more with you. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what symbols coming up for Aries this week. What does Aries need to know? What does Aries need to know this week? What does Aries need to know this week? Sorry, I take jumpers from the deck in this card. Oh, there we go. Friendship. Okay, so interesting. All right, so friendship is like, I mean, that's amazing. So maybe getting clear about your emotions or your thoughts and stuff. Maybe you can bounce ideas off of your friends, or maybe this whole situation, this whole, you know, falling out and like healing and coming back together, and the soulmate thing. Like, soulmates doesn't have to be romantic. Like, soulmates can just be like part of your soul tribe. Like, I feel like we all have multiple soulmates. We all have multiple people that we've had many, many lifetimes with, if you believe in such things. And so I feel like this could be a friendship that's going on, like a soulmate connection. Like, this is somebody very important to you. Otherwise, it wouldn't hurt. That's the thing. Like, things that hurt are usually things that, you know, you held deep within your heart. So just be aware of that, and know that, you know, healing can always take place no matter what. Even if you never talk to the person again, you can still heal. So let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Oh, we got 3 cards here. All right, let's get into these. Let's see what's going on. Next card is spiritual cleansing. Yes, so in order to really get clear, you do need to let go of the debris. And I always practice a meditation where I breathe in, imagine all this light filling up my body, and then exhale and imagine that light just like pulling out all of the debris, all of the little black specks or big black blobs out of my aura and just pushing it into the ground. And just doing that a couple times, like really breathing into it and letting yourself feel that light from the earth and just feeling like all that psychic debris is getting out of your body. Because you know what? Visualization, that's what manifests things. Like if you can visualize it, it'll happen. Like that's just how it is. All right, let's see what the next card is. Magic. I mean, that is the essence of magic. Okay, I mean that's perfect. All right, and the next card is affluence. So yes, all right. So if you are actually trying to manifest something right now, make sure that you're coming. Okay. So I'm gonna back up a little bit to your astrology, where the 7th house can also represent partnerships. So if you have an idea for, something and you have a partner with them or you have a business partner, like make sure you're clear for this new moon about what you want for that business partner. If you want like a famous workspace or something, like this is the time to manifest that for the next 6 months. It's not going to happen right away. It's going to take work. Of course, every manifestation takes work. It's not just going to fall into your lap. Like you got to work for it because you got to let the universe know that you're serious. So yeah, this is a good time for that. And your affluence is coming for you. All right, Aries. Let's see what we got for, you know what? I feel like we should do one of these cards quickly. One of these oracle cards. What does Aries need to know? What does Aries need to know right now? Just a question for Aries. Just something to answer Aries' question. Aries has a question. Oh, Aries has lots of questions. Let's get it. Let's see. One card. Let's see what question Aries has. Oh, that's too many. If I get one more too many, it's not right. One more, come on. One more. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying down foundations, and divine plan. All right, so I feel like, yeah, this is I feel like this is getting clear about things. This is seeding the light. Like I said, new moon is a time for planting seeds for whatever you want to happen in the next 6 months. So yeah, I feel like that's just backing up that energy on top of magic, divine. Yeah, it's all good. All right, let's see what your rune is for this week. What symbol will help Aries along in their journey towards finding their highest, most divine self? Got this rune. Let's flip it over. Ooh, Tiwaz reversed. So this is the warrior rune. So let's jump into the book here and we'll read the definition because I have not memorized all of the definitions yet because that would be a lot of work. And as I progress, I will be doing that, of course, but you know what? It's a lot. So let's see what the reverse position says. The danger is that through hasty or ill-timed action, energy leaks out or is spilled away. If an association is short-lived, do not grieve, but know that it has fulfilled its span. Matters of trust and confidence are at issue here, and with them the authenticity of your way of being in the world. This is a powerful rune. This rune is a powerful energy. Reverse Tiwaz calls for examining your motives. Is it self-conquest of which you are? Is it self-conquest with which you are concerned, or trying to dominate another? Or are you lusting after outcomes, or are you focused on the task for its own sake? You will find the answers within yourself, not in outside advice. When you consult the runes, you are consulting yourself. This is the proper action to a spiritual warrior. All right, so yeah, as far as associations that are short-lived, because, everybody comes into our life for a reason. Like, I'm in your life right now for a reason. You're listening to this. So if this helps you, then that's great. But, that happens in friendships too. Sometimes they fade away. Sometimes they just end. And that's okay. We can heal from that and just recognize the gifts that this person or this association has actually given us over time. All right, so if you enjoyed this reading, please let me know down below in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I hope you have a fantastic week and a wonderful new moon. All right, talk to you later, Aries.